Hello and welcome to Life in the Mind's New Year episode. Got nothing to say.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year,
It's
Murray.
not the New Year. We're recording this in 2024 and Autism Brain finds, the lying. It's the lying.
We're lying to you.
It's filthy lies.
Filthy
But
lies.
what about that crazy thing that happened at Christmas?
Oh, that crazy thing. Crazy thing
That's
from the
mad,
news at
right?
Christmas. Yeah. Tell us how you feel about that.
It was either
the end of
really good
December
or really
was-
bad.
Oh.
Something.
Anyway, this is Life in the Mind, a Neurodivergent podcast made by neurodivergent people, clearly. I'm Joy Amy Wigman,
And I'm Murray Spear.
and we have with us Nirvana, our lovely project coordinator
Hi,
and doer
I'm
of all
Nirvana,
things,
doer of all things.
and Paul, our producer.
Hello. Audio.
It was also a podcast.
Yeah, sure.
Brilliant.
And we're going to talk
Hello.
about things that we like and dislike about New Year. New Year as in the 31st of December as that. So we're going to start with Nirvana.
Yay. Okay, so mine is New Year's resolutions. I'm sure everyone has feelings about these. The complexity of rigid goal setting, which can lead to feelings of failure and adds to the narrative that we can't stick to something. But these are due really because the goals are too rigid and usually just too big.
Yeah. You don't want to aim for something ridiculous like I'm gonna run for 30 minutes every day when you've never run before at all.
Too big.
It's too big.
Too big.
It's too rigid. It's too big.
Like especially if you've never done something as well. That's like a classic. I've done that so many years. Where I'm like, I've never ran, never done, I don't know, swimming or triathlon. I'm like, this year, every week,
I'm going to learn to
run a
sail.
triathlon.
I live in a landlocked country. Great. Okay.
I'm going to be a new Nirvana.
So no rigid resolutions.
No rigid resolutions. Yes.
Mine's sort of in the same vein of sort of resolutions. It's the sort of commercialization of the ADHD brains. Like if you've got ADHD, you're constantly saying the New Year is not a new time for resolutions. It's just the big one, right? It's just the big one for us. Endless resolutions all through the year of like, I'm going to do this. And actually, well, if you've got ADHD, your feed will be full of apps and things you can pay £50 a month for. And you sign up because you're like, I'm deaf this time. I'm going to do it.
This one will be perfect.
This is
will
going to
fix
be
everything.
it. And then you do it like brilliantly for a week and a half.
Sometimes longer if you're lucky. But
And
yeah.
then you sort of have a week or so of feeling terrible and then you forget. But also because you've got ADHD, you fail miserably to cancel the £50 a month. And I just feel like there is some sneaky people out there in the world just deliberately
Sneaky.
ripping you off. If you've got ADHD, right? If you want to set a resolution, do, but don't spend money on it and don't feel guilty when it inevitably ends because some other shiny thing came along.
Yeah. And like those, the goals that we set ourselves are so unrealistic as well.
Yeah.
I think we aim so far, like you were saying, Nirvana. And we're not going to just, our brains don't work like that. We can't just stop something, especially so like spending lots of time on your phone. That's a dopamine feeding thing. It can also be connecting to various different things. The loneliest time of the year, the darkest time of the year, you've got the least vitamin D, so you're more likely to feel depressed. You've just been overloaded by December's Christmas jazz.
And that thing that happened in the news.
That thing that happened on the 25th of December, which is definitely past. And like those things are not, you shouldn't think that you're going to drop those. Like it's like there's been so many psychological studies that have shown the best way to introduce new habits is gradually just change things, gradually just introduce different things into your routine. And that will actually build a healthier and more long-term pattern of that, which is one of the reasons, it doesn't work with our lovely ADHD brains. It's like, I'm suddenly going to learn to fly a plane. Have I ever flown a plane before? No, there's an airport. No, there's no airport anywhere near me. 4-hour drive every day to the airport to learn to fly a plane. That's reasonable.
Clearly, I'll be flying it on day one.
Yeah.
There's no got that. You've got to fly it on day one or you're not doing it.
Otherwise, nope, that's done.
I have a sort of opposite thing with so for New Year, in terms of things like resolutions and stuff, I have quite a severe blank canvas syndrome. And New Year is like snow that nobody's walked across yet. If I walk on it, I'm gonna mess it up. If I start something new, I'm gonna mess it up if I start anything. So I get really like frozen at the start of a new year because I don't let it go, let it go. Let's get done by the litigious mouse. Yeah, and I really, so rather than setting under realistic goals, I'm afraid to do anything.
Wow, yeah.
I'm sort of frozen in the fear of messing up what I haven't messed up yet.
That's really
That's a
interesting.
really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend who for Christmas bought me 3 lovely notebooks because I love stationery. But what she'd done is she'd doodled on some of the pages and also stuck some like comic strips and stuff inside them because she knows that I have terrible blank canvas syndrome. I can't mess up that notebook because it's already messed up. So I will just start writing in it.
That's so
I won't
sweet.
save it for
that.
something special.
That's
really
really
amazing.
interesting.
What a
having
nice
that
thing to do as a friend. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's
Like,
so good.
what?
Isn't
That's
it?
a great friend.
Perfect neurodivergence hack moment.
That's a really good tip. Like, let's
Yeah.
add that to our tip list.
And like thinking of the new, because it's got that break point of like, and now this chapter is closed and this is a new one. It's like, it's so arbitrary. One of my big gripes is that it is so arbitrary when it is. I mean, calendars are fascinating. That's a rabbit hole to dive down. It's really, really interesting, especially like the French Revolution calendar. That is fascinating.
Yeah, that was
as a
weird.
thing.
Yeah.
That's a hole.
Go down that rabbit hole.
Go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, love.
We will be starting
Nonsense.
a history podcast where Joey and Murray exclusively talk
Rabbit hole
about calendars.
tangents. But in my mind, one of the it should start with it should be more in tune with the seasons, especially like we're based in the UK, and here the seasons are used to be really quite clear. Less so these days because of various reasons. But like seasonality is a big thing. Like, you've got quite clearly demarked seasons, and in my mind, it makes more sense to have like the winter solstice as the start of the new year, or the start of spring. Because everything has just closed and now we move into and being more in tune with actually the cycles of what our body is telling us as well.
Totally.
Because in winter we're
that
being
makes a lot
told
of
to go
sense.
into slow mode and slow down, not go halfway through. You're gonna suddenly need to start running every day. It's like, what? Why? What? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I actually celebrate New Year on the 31st of October, which is the Celtic pagan New Year, and so I do all my like New Year reflections and stuff sort of then. But this still feels enforced upon me, like that I've got to have this feeling here because it's just so ingrained in everything.
Yeah.
Sort of have to do it twice.
I was reading something, and I'm going to give it a go this year because having said everything about resolutions, because of that and my brain, I will still set one. But I'm going to attempt to do a theme. Just do a theme for the year.
A theme.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Well, like your
Paul.
theme could just be like being kind or being healthy.
A vibe.
A vibe. Yeah,
Yeah, like
being
a vibe.
healthy.
Billing year.
Instead of I'm going to run, I'm going to be running, I'm just going to be healthy. So if I make some healthy choices, boom, I'm hitting my goals.
Yeah.
And I can do that. And if I don't if I have a day where I don't make healthy choices, that's okay because it's just the theme of the year is healthy. And I can be a bit more.
Could it be like be more healthy? Because I feel like be healthy is a bit too absolute.
I mean, for me, it would be, any
entirely
level of healthy
yeah,
would be
literally
better.
a bit more healthy.
But no, I think but if your theme is be healthy, if you go from I don't know, I've not done it before, but I feel like as soon as you go be more healthy, then you're sort of giving yourself
Leeway.
maybe a bit of an unrealistic goal.
Okay.
See what I mean?
What about be a little bit healthy?
Well, you can do what you like, mate.
I really like it though. It's a good idea.
I think I did this. So these days, because I very much recognise that even though I don't think like of New Year as that thing, then it's still very much in my brain because of the cultural norms and societal norms. And so I was like, okay, so I feel like I should be setting some sort of resolution or thinking of it in this encapsulated way. Also, the autistic part of my brain loves that pattern, loves the routine. It's really nice. And so, yeah, I thought like, okay, I'm going to change it into just what am I going to a vague goal for the year rather than like, I'm going to become a millionaire this year. Something like, I'm going to be more boundary this year. And I think that was my one for this year. Just suddenly remembered when you were talking about it. So I've done that. I'm living.
Well done. Killing it, mate.
Kind of works.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think that's a really good point about New Year, is that instead of thinking about it as resolutions, you think about it as a time to maybe reflect and to set new boundaries.
Nice.
Because there are so many points in the year, and I really like doing it again in October is a really good time, and around solstices and times when naturally it feels like a really good time to do some reflecting and to write some intentions and stuff like that. So I feel like that's maybe a good time to do that. It's like little intentions, things that are like setting new boundaries rather than these big goals. Are actually just like, go for a walk more, you know, like it's not to say I have to do this. It's just like, these are the intentions I want to do.
Yeah. It's such a nice way of thinking about it.
I've just realised, I think this episode's going out on like the 6th of January. So
you'll already have made.
I think it might be the 3rd, actually. It's something. It's
but you'll
January.
already sort of be either in the midst of I'm killing this or I'm rubbish. Don't worry, guys. We love you.
Reassure you that that's okay.
Exactly.
That's okay. Just
You're doing
self-love.
great.
Look
You're
up,
doing great.
You're doing well.
You're
Whatever
doing amazing. Yeah,
you're doing
whatever.
great. Yeah.
Do you know something I really actually
nice day.
love about New Year? One of the things I really love is Nothing Day. Because no one expects anyone to do anything of any worth on the first day of the year, right? Half the country are hungover. The other half are very tired. So like there's no expectations on the first day of the year. No,
Yeah.
I've never started a New Year's resolution on the first day of the year. It's perfectly acceptable to just sit on the sofa under a duvet and watch films.
I think that might be I think a walk. I feel like New Year's Day. I'm not
Nirvana's
saying
with me.
I'm not saying you should go for a walk. I just feel every New Year's Day I feel a pressure as the father of the household to lead us in a walk.
Silly
Everyone else is like,
nonsense.
oh no,
With
I'm
his
at a
staff.
sofa.
Come on, everyone, let's go out.
We
and
are
get fresh
going for
air.
a walk.
Look, normally we have the whole family together on New Year, but like we don't this year. So actually it will just be me and Paul and our toddler. So I say we could sit on the sofa under duvets and watch films. What I mean is we could sit on the sofa under duvets and watch Bluey. That's basically what's going to happen. Toddler rule.
I actually do really agree with you on that though. The blank cat. Is it? No, wait, that's not the blank canvas.
No, the rest, Nothing Day.
Nothing Day. Sorry, yes,
yeah.
I'm getting them mixed up. The Nothing Day, because I think there's I don't know about you, but I get FOMO or kind of it's not really fear of missing out. It's like fear of missing like your productivity, or fear of missing out on where I'm at in the time, or wasting a day. Whereas this is why actually during lockdown it kind of worked a lot for me, was just like the pressure was taken off of like not everyone's doing everything. The rat race isn't continuing right now. It's okay. Everyone can be doing nothing, and that's okay. And I think I love that feeling. And yes,
Nothing Day.
Duvet days, come on.
Love it.
We need more.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. Because for me, idea of wasting a day. It's like everybody's expecting. Also, one thing that links into that is the expectation to drink a lot. So like I have a history of difficult relationship with alcohol. Like, and now we know that I have ADHD. It's like, we look back and we go, yes, that makes sense. I now don't have a problem with it, but it used to very much feed into that. And I think especially sadly in this country where we have a binge culture with drinking, we have a problematic relationship with drinking in that way. It's New Year's Eve. It's dangerous. I mean, it's out and out dangerous.
Yeah.
If you look at the statistics of ambulance calls, A&E,
it is
stuff
crazy.
like that, how much alcohol poisoning goes on. And that social pressure to go and get absolutely blindo and then be like, oh, I had an awful night last night, but it was amazing on the first, and be absolutely ruined that's the element one of the elements where I'm like, oh, this is this is maybe not healthy, guys.
Yeah. I'm going to cycle back though, because you called it a wasted day.
Yeah, that's my perfectionism.
Yeah.
obsession
A wasted
ways.
day if you're not being productive.
Yeah.
When
it's my
actually
own
it
thing.
is a reset day.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's breathing space.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be my thing for this year.
Yeah.
My
Give
aim.
yourself breathing space.
Give more
Better-
reset.
better
Have
at-
more reset
Yeah.
days.
And actually acknowledging that I'm already good at it. I'm already good at actually resting and looking after myself. But I just don't think about it because if I think about it, then it's real and I'm wasting
It's
a lot of
stress
days.
laxing, right? That's
Stress
my favorite thing to
laxing.
do.
Yeah.
I love stress laxing.
Just gonna sit still.
It's my fave.
Goes back to calendar chat, our new podcast, Life in the Calendar. We can still have a capital MD in the middle, which is nice.
can.
Oh my god!
Nice.
we
I
can.
like it.
There's like a whole string of like podcasts.
But if we
going on.
changed, I think if we changed the calendar so every month was actually 24 days and we had 13 months, you would then get an actual spare day.
Wait, that numbers, things, months. It sounds exciting.
That does sound exciting.
every
It
month
sounds
was
very similar to
4
the
weeks
Revolution.
long, and you could
right.
do a lot of sort of. It would be
What would
better.
what would your extra month be called?
Paul and your
Original, I love it.
Restuary.
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 Nice.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Ah,
that's something to
restuary.
be
A
great
month
guys,
and
though.
1 day off, just
Yeah.
all of us.
All of us.
Yeah.
Like it was lockdown again. Oh,
Does that work numerically?
I've
We're
done
gonna
that
go
off the top of
down
my
a
head.
tangent.
We
We're
yeah,
gonna
we can't go
just
down
go
the
down the
tangent.
calendar.
We've not got enough time.
My thing was, I know this is sort of too late for this, but kind of setting your expectations for New Year's Eve. When I was younger, like the ADHD thing was like, this is going to be the greatest night of the whole year ever.
Right.
And it has never been.
No.
This is exactly like what I've got written down is expectation and disappointment. Because I feel the same way of like, I want New Year to be special and amazing and I want it to feel great. And then when it doesn't, I have this awful, it's the same kind of feeling when like the plan for the day changes. And I have real trouble processing it and I get really sad. And New Year does the same thing. Valentine's Day was always the same problem as well. More before I was with lovely Paul. But I was,
Every day's Valentine's Day with love.
darling.
No, it started this week, but I said with me rather than with Joanne.
Getting on the self-love train.
Yeah, baby.
Really
Well,
well.
I used
my
to
thing.
tell people when I was dating them that I don't do Valentine's Day, and it's not because I hate Valentine's Day. It's because I love Valentine's Day, and I know I'm going to get disappointed.
Yeah.
So I have this thing about New Year that what I want to do is I want to go out dancing, and I want to have the optimum level of wine, which is probably 2 glasses, and I want to be able to stop there, and I want to come home once I'm tired, and I want to listen to cheesy tunes, the exact right music, and that can never happen. And I get really sad. I get a real problem with it.
I can really relate to that in terms of, especially from that kind of chronic illness point of view,
Oh,
which
man,
of course
yeah.
massively overlaps with neurodivergence. But you can never predict what you're going to be on one day.
Yeah.
So if you I've got a pain spike this day, well, it's New Year's Day, so it has to be this.
I've spent £75 on tickets to go to an event at the at the town hall. I've still got to go because otherwise I lose £75.
Yeah. And it's such a, and that works with the spoons from, if you're overloaded from all the Christmas stuff you've been doing or all manner of things, and you're just not in the right place to go and be, but then that feeling of, well, I've missed out, it has not been what it needs to be and what it's built up to be. It's constantly reinforced as what it should be.
Yeah.
The New Year's thing in so many films alone.
And I think that's the thing with New Year is we don't have there's no real tradition. Like I was just thinking other cultures have traditions around New Year, like Chinese New Year and various other cultures have lots of traditions around New Year, which actually makes New Year, gives it structure.
Yeah.
Our structure for New Year is
Getting blinder.
getting drunk,
yeah.
waiting for midnight for some reason. If you're in America, you watch a ball drop. If you're in this country, you watch some fireworks. And then you're also in Old Lang Syne. That's kind of weird. And then you expect that also to be the best last night?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
There's so much pressure.
Whereas, we have all these traditions around other significant times. I don't know what the point I'm trying to make, other than I wish I was in a different culture for New Year. I wonder if it's a different
I wish we had
experience.
just a little bit more like of something that made it a bit more special and not just about the party. Like I think if there was something else, but I feel like there definitely are some deep rooted in our history that maybe we could just do a little bit of delving in. Maybe that's a rabbit hole to get down for next year.
For Life in the Calendar.
Life in the calendar.
Podcast is writing itself. This tangent podcast.
Next time on Life in the Calendar.
Oh God, it'd be monthly as well, and then you could really no. Let's
get out of the hole. Get out. Anyone have anything else about New Year?
I just had that Christmas is over.
Is that Christmas is over, or is it Christmas is over?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
I can't make up my mind. Maybe I think. I think there's all of the overwhelm of December. There's so much going on. There's a lot of let's get this thing finished and let's get this finished before New Year's. And certainly around self-employment and other work outside. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on and then suddenly poof, it's New Year's. I think a bit of relief mostly, but a bit of 2024's gone.
What?
I really can't separate it. I can't go it's just another day to me. It just definitely feels like it's a whole new year.
Yeah, it's got a lot of weight to it in some way.
Yeah.
Whether it's the collective kind of intention or something. But going off that, for me, it being over, it's often the last thing to happen for ages. It's the last event, and everybody's tunneled so much money, funneled so much money and kind of intention and energy into this really short span of time where loads of things happen. And then there's just not much on for ages, unless you go wassailing, which if you don't know what it is, look it up.
I love
I
wassailing.
highly recommend. And if you can go to one, go to one. But otherwise, January ends up being a really empty month.
It's long and empty.
Yeah.
Although Christmas is not over at New Year. In my household, because I insist on Christmas being around until 12th night.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you do
Lovely.
start the year with your living room looks so bare and there are no twinkly lights.
Well, if you've got real tree or real foliage, it's down for 12 months of the year anyway.
Yeah.
So
And I think
Christmas is always in the form of pine needles everywhere.
like we said, January's a rough month. It can be the month where you sort of realise you've been putting off all the debt and lots of, and I
it's
think
also the tax return.
Oh no!
Sorry.
You have to find
No.
But it's a really good point in terms of self-employedness, because we know how many neurodivergent people
And
are
dreading it.
self-employed.
Yeah.
Tax
But also,
returns.
it's I don't know if this is it feels like an slight ADHD autism split, in that I posted a thing which was on Facebook a few years ago, I had 8 months to do my tax return. I just posted it with 28 minutes to go. And one of my very autistic friends went, I did mine, I put mine in the first day it was due 8 months ago. I now know exactly how much tax I own. And I've been planning that all year. Oh, blimey, well done. If you did that, well done. If you still haven't done it and it's burning a hole in your heart, don't worry, we haven't either.
Yay!
And on that note, I think we should wish everybody a
Happy New
Year.
I said mine like a ghost.
Okay, folks, that's it for this episode. You can follow us on Instagram at life.inthemind. Our other socials are linked in our bio. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. See you next time.